everybody, thanks for joining in today at Adventuring Today and tuning into my video. This is a review on these Michelin LTX AT2 tires at 25,000 miles. If you check into the show notes down below, I've got a link to my 15,000 mile review, and there's an important reason why I wanted to make this video today, and I'll get to that here in just a second. When I did that review at 15,000 miles, I had, let's see, my notes here say 30 seconds of tread wear left on these tires. That's at 15,000 miles, almost to the dot. These tires, brand new, were at 30 seconds. Today, I have 25,000 miles on these tires, and the tread depth today is at about 30 seconds. And so I want to be able to prove that to you here. So let me take a measurement. And if you can see this, it says 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And it's like that all across the tire. All across the tires at 30 seconds. Now, I am due for a tire rotation. I've got about 5,000 miles on these tires in the position that they're in. Tomorrow morning, I'm getting the tires rotated. The back tires have 30 seconds left, which makes sense because we've been doing a lot of towing. Those back tires have been doing a lot of work, hauling our big 11,000 plus pound travel trailer. But these tires, again, they're performing great. We've had no problems with them. They're still in perfect balance, have had no blowouts. They've been performing flawlessly. But I want to show you something with these tires, and this is what I'm getting at. And this is a condition that's inherent in many tires these days, and that is these little grooves that you can see here. So my camera's giving you a good angle on this. These little grooves. So the ones in the front here have about 30 seconds of tread depth left. So get this measured here. It's really hard because it's so narrow. So that one's actually showing 30 seconds. This over here on the inside is showing 30 seconds, which makes sense because this outside is probably going to wear a little bit quicker from turning and so forth. If we go to the back tires, let's head back there real quick. Sorry, the lighting's not quite as good, but if we come here to the back, boy, these grooves are small, and they're almost completely gone. So back here, that one got stuck. That one's showing 30 seconds. It's so close to the edge that it isn't even red. Yep, same thing here. It's just not taking a register. So, you know, if I do another review on these tires at 35,000 miles, I guarantee you that these little grooves right here are going to be gone. And those grooves are there for an important reason. Number one, they help evacuate water and allow the tires to get a little more grip when you're in heavy rainstorms, but they're also there for winter traction. And the one thing about these LTX AT2 tires, like I said in that 15,000 mile review video, is these are more geared towards they're closer to a summer tire than they are to a traditional all-terrain tire. You can see it through the way the tread looks, but also Michelin just doesn't give you a lot of siping within the tires to provide that true four seasons approach, which is why if there's ever a knock on these LTX AT2 tires, it's their traction in adverse weather conditions. So snow traction, you know, wet grass, mud, you know, things like that. They give up a little bit there. Now, the positive aspect of these tires is that they do as well as almost any highway tire, dedicated highway tire on the road, but provides much better traction in those kind of conditions I just mentioned, snow, wet grass, mud, than a traditional highway tire. So I think the reason why Ford puts these tires on a lot of their Super Duty pickup trucks is because they are classified an all-terrain tire, and people want those on their trucks. They want all-terrain tires typically on their trucks. Not saying everybody. You see a lot of highway tires on trucks, and you see a lot of, you know, mud terrain tires on trucks, but folks typically, in general, probably more than 50% want an all-terrain tire on their truck. And Ford wants to sell you a truck that's quiet, that rides smooth, and handles very predictably right off the lot. So when you get that first test drive experience, you're like, boy, this thing drives great. I want that truck. And so these tires fit that bill for them really, really good. If you're a guy like me who is using his truck for carrying the family around, we do have this big travel trailer that I talked about. It's one of the heaviest travel trailers on the market at 11,500 pounds. You know, these tires are fantastic for the way I use the truck. I don't go off-road a lot. I live here in St. Louis, Missouri, where we don't see a lot of snow. So these tires work great for me, and they perform really, really well. But I just wanted to point out that this is what you're seeing happen on a lot of tires these days, are these siping marks that are cut into the tire are not the full tread depth. I'm going to do a review in a couple weeks on our new Expedition that has the same situation with those tires, or Hankooks, but even more so. And so this is going to turn into a slick. You know, these pieces of rubber going across here are going to turn into a slick in the next probably 5,000 or 10,000 miles. You're going to see the same thing happen in here. So besides these grooves right here, you're not going to have a whole lot to grip snow and grip you know, muddy terrain or wet grass. And they're just going to degrade more in those conditions, while they'll still remain a good highway tire. And those conditions will start to degrade a little bit. But wanted to share that update with you since we're so close to seeing these little sipes disappear. And still love the tires. They're still performing great. They're wearing pretty fantastically. If you remember from the review, one last thing I'll close on this is that we went from 1430 seconds to 1030 seconds in 15,000 miles. Now I've gone from 15,000 miles to 25,000 miles, so an additional 10,000 miles. And we're only down between 2 30 seconds in the back and 1 30 seconds on the front. So as this rubber starts to wear down on tires, the wear rate slows down dramatically from when they were brand new. And that's just because the tires generate a lot less heat, there's a lot less squirm, and the rubber is actually starting to harden up through all these heat cycles that it just doesn't wear down quite as fast. So these tires do come with a 60,000 mile tread wear rating, 25,000 miles, and you know, let's just call it 930 seconds left on the front and 830 seconds left on the back. I can completely see hitting that 60,000 mile tread wear number without a problem. The problem is can you survive the weather conditions that you may be facing, or the off-road conditions that you may want to venture into without having the full grip and the siping that these tires originally came with. So just something to consider if you're looking at these tires. So with that, any questions, please list them in the section here on YouTube. And if you like this video, please share with your friends, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. Love to have you part of our gang here at Adventuring Today. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye-bye.